All right, now in this part, what we want to do is we want to select this palm tree and paste it in our image. But we don't want the entire palm tree, and I can't use my selection types here of circles and ellipses and all of that. I have to use what's called the Freehand tool. So I'm going to go up here and use this lasso, and this is my Freehand tool. And the type of selection I'm going to use is Freehand, not point-to-point or Smart Edge, which we'll cover later, but I want to use Freehand. And I also do want to smooth it out just a little bit with anti-aliasing. That blends the edges. All right, it blends the foreground pixels into the background pixels, gives you a nice clean, smooth edge. And I could feather it maybe 1 or 2 for artistic effect, and if that didn't work, I could change that. Now, Freehand tool takes a little bit of practice, and you sometimes have to start over and undo again. I like to zoom in just a little bit, so I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to start here at the bottom. I'm going to click, and I'm going to start dragging my Freehand tool. And notice I'm not very smooth at it. That's why I did the feathering just a little bit. I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to sort of select this a little bit like this. I'm going to go around. Notice I'm cutting in here and I'm just getting this like that. Going around here. Just selecting, and I'm going to try to get that right there. Go in up here. Get these parts. And as I come up to the top up here, this will allow me to go up. I can go around. Whoops, I can add that. Don't worry, I can use my keys later to add those, and I'll get all that stuff. Okay, I'm going to go up, around, like this. Don't worry, I'm going to be able to cut all that stuff off afterwards if I don't like it. Come down here. And we'll make this like this. Back around this leaf. And let's go down the palm tree. Oh, we'll get that. Come over here like that. And now it's made the selection. Now, you see I have some artifacts and things like that. Now, the key with this tool is to use your Control and Shift keys. If I wanted to get rid of that, I can use my Control key, and notice that the cursor changes to a minus. I use the Shift key, and the cursor changes to a plus. So I'm going to hit my Control key, and then just do this. And it'll deselect that area. I'm going to use my Shift key, and select that, so it adds that area. See that? And go anywhere I want, Control, and Shift in there, and it'll deselect that. Looks pretty good. Not too many bad mistakes. Let's look up here. Okay, this is a little goofy right here, so maybe we'll hit my Control key and sort of just take that corner out so it's not so jagged, I think. Like that. And if I'm really having problems with it and I need to be a little more precise, I can now take this selection and edit, copy, edit, paste as a new image. Now, don't worry about going to our destination image yet. But let's just paste it as a new image. And what that will do is it will put it on a transparent background. And that transparent background, that will allow you to go in there and clean up some things. I think I'm okay. So I just wanted to look at that real quick. So I'm going to just close that out. I don't need that. Go to my destination image. And I'm going to edit and paste it as a new layer. Here's my palm tree. All right. I might give it some type of glow or a 3D effect. I could do that, and I could try to match that blue color if I wanted to. So I could give it a drop shadow. I could use this color picker. And look at this. I can go over to this image and choose the color of that sky. So I can blend that. I can use that to do that. I don't have to pick colors inside my palette here. My palette dialog box. I can choose it from this image. I'll do that. And I'll blur it just a little bit to make it smooth. We'll blur that and we'll blend it. That'll give our edges here a little bit softer edges. You can blend that down. And I'll do that like that. And I'll even do it one more time, and watch this. But this time I'm going to give my offset negative numbers. so it does it to the exact opposite sides. It does that like that. And then let's take that layer, and where do we want to bring that? Let's bring that down a little bit. That layer, let's bring that down. Maybe we'll put it right behind the background image. And we could fade that out. Kind of gives us a little silhouette. And we can move it around. Now we would have to lock this. We have to lock our background image so that as we move our, whoops, lock that. Maybe even hide it so that we can move this around. We want to pull this over here or something. And put our background image back so we can see that. And that's how we could add other effects. We can move it around to see what it looks like in different places. Okay, maybe that's pretty good right there. Like I said, you can adjust the opacity of it. Looks pretty neat. You do that. And that's how you use your selection tool for Freehand to select objects out of existing graphics and incorporate them in your graphic.